Hey there and welcome to this week's LeaderBite. We are here in Atlanta and I've got my good buddy Jesper here from... Where are you from, man?
I'm from Denmark originally.
But you're a world citizen. You're
yes.
from everywhere. You've lived in Australia as well.
I lived in Australia when I started in with PCD. Yeah.
And now you are...
in southern Spain.
Here we go. And so he has a wicked LeaderBite that I wanted to capture on film. Take us away and talk to us about tunnels.
Yeah, I want to talk about tunnel vision, and that's when you have defined processes and tasks that you just keep going and you keep your blinders on and keep going straight through without ever sort of questioning if that is indeed the right thing to do or the most easy thing to do. So it's all about asking yourself why as well and whether you can do it better.
So is this in just my daily work, or is this in the systems that we have in work? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it's in each stage of your work, both in daily tasks and but also whether you are actually working towards your mission and whether that is the best way to get where you want to go.
And so what about tunnel vision? Are we trying to break tunnel vision? What are we trying to do with it?
Well,
or just be aware of it?
It's more being aware and actually questioning whether you are doing the right thing. An example is in the Ritz-Carlton in Istanbul, where they had a nice flower garden on the rooftop, and they were like, well, why do we actually have that?
Right.
Well, it's pretty. Well, we can do other things that are pretty, but they can also do other things.
So what did they do?
Well,
did they break tunnel vision, or did they stay with it?
No, they turned it into a vegetable garden instead, so they could service these high-end clients that they'd like to have by serving a freshly picked salad off the vine after 15 minutes.
Up from the rooftop of the hotel and serve it right there.
And
That's
still
cool.
Created the ambience that they were looking for.
So it's kind of paradigm shifting. Instead of saying we're doing this because we've always done it, and here's a tension piece too, because I've worked with people that just want to switch. I sometimes just want to switch because we've always done it that way. Maybe you can make some distinctions there as well.
Well, there's a difference between always doing it, but the question is asking yourself, why are we doing it?
Got it.
And sometimes you might actually come to the conclusion, well, we're doing it because it's the best way, we know how at the moment, and
you know your why.
Yeah,
and
we
so
know your why,
and
we know that we're doing it because we want to get over here.
Right.
And this is how we do it.
Excellent.
But we can maybe find a better way of doing it if we, from time to time, reflect on what we're doing, how we're doing it, and where we're going with it.
Very good. And are there any other examples? I know that you said that there was the Ritz-Carlton in Istanbul. Did they do anything else that bust through that?
Yes, they looked at their business center, which we all know as being this little glass cubicle in the reception where you would actually really not be. And they turned the best room in the hotel, overlooking the Bosphorus Strait, into the business center.
Oh, cool.
Created a nice open environment next to the bar so you could refresh yourself, and made it a room that people would actually want to use.
Attractive.
And then they created a dynamic area for people to not only work but also network. Very
cool. So if you were to sum up this idea, this LeaderBite of tunnel vision, how would you put that in a highlight reel for us?
Well, my university says in stillness is death and in movement is life. So it's making sure that you are dynamic and making sure that you keep the goal in mind by asking why thoughtfully. So you should ask yourself why. This is not a question for other people. This is for yourself.
So this isn't a team discussion. This is for me to look internally this week.
To start with, it's for yourself to say, why am I doing this?
Right.
And because that can be the most annoying thing if you just go around asking why.
Right, why?
But you do it with yourself. And then if you come to a conclusion that says, we can do this better, then you can take it with your team and discuss how you're going to move forward and how you can improve. Jesper,
Glasius, thank you so much for sharing a really interesting technique to start asking yourself and then maybe spreading why, and being okay staying with it if you know your why.
Yeah.
Great topic for you to think about this week on LeaderBite. Appreciate you being here in Hotlanta, and we will see you next week. Come on back, y'all. Cheers.